As I was coming in today,
Yes, I'm present.
yeah, Mr. Ndugu has called me, is on his way.
And it would have been blocked, by the way.
He could have faced challenges out here, but we are going to raise the issue with you. Yes. The prosecutor is Mr. Umwe.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Manga.
Your Honor, we are ready to proceed, and you can see the procedure very well yesterday. But today, as we were entering, we had found that all the roads to this court are blocked by police officers. Then they are asking you to produce your ID, produce identification, I don't know what. So many questions. And access to justice is a constitutional right under Article 48, that people should be able to access justice. And it is the accused persons have a legitimate expectation that when the case is being heard, their mothers, their cousins, their relatives and friends have a right to come and witness. Now, so many people are blocked out there. My own clerk, called Simon Mbugwa, who carries for me the files, was actually arrested when he was coming. So, I'm deeply disappointed. This is not a police state. And this is being done by GACHAGUA. GACHAGUA should be able to tell us what he wants. Does he want the rule of law or he wants a dictatorship? And if he wants a dictatorship, he should be able to tell us so that we know how to deal with him. We know how to deal with dictators. And the dictators have never succeeded anywhere in the world because he is the complainant and he never came to court to testify. Let him allow the court to adjudicate this matter independently without interference. So we have a serious problem, and my learned colleague will submit on the issue so that Your Honor, we want you to give orders. This is a court of law. This court is independent and impartial. No amount of threats and coercion will change that the fact that this court is independent and impartial under Article 160 of the Constitution, and we want that value to be protected. And we want all our members and the stakeholders to be protected.
Thank you, Your good morning. I raised 2 beatrice on the submission by my senior, and I confirm that I personally was blocked. I have just accessed this court about 5 minutes just before we took to the bench. No amount of explanation would convince the police officers, fully geared with tear gas canisters, the rungus that Mr. Njenga is being faced with a charge of are now in possession of the police in attempt to protect or rather to prevent access to justice. I was blocked by the police officers. They coerced me, asking me to produce my LSK identity card. It's upon that production that I was allowed to access court. Unless the court directs that this matter proceeds in camera, a police officer cannot impose an implied camera. We are so disappointed, Your Honor, and we have instructions from our clients that we should seek for the adjournment of this matter until such a time when their relatives will be allowed to come and access and participate in the proceedings. Number 2, Your Honor, the defense is ready, able, and willing to stage a protest against the proceedings of today's matter until the gates are open or we get an explanation from the administrator or this court as to why access to justice is being barred and prevented and inhibited by police officers. Yesterday, Your Honor, you bear me witness that this court was full. The gallery was full, everywhere was full, and we proceeded in a very peaceful way. There was no fracas, there was no violation of any law, there was peace and order. What has now changed? It said that the state does not want the people to come and listen to the embarrassing evidence that they have. Because this is the works of the state. The court is being sucked into the circus. The court is not part and parcel of this. But the court must stand and protect access to justice. When the Constitution speaks about access to justice is not just about access by the accused persons, but even the members of the public, because that is a constitutional decree, and a police officer in today's Kenya we will not allow police officers to abrogate the Constitution and amend the Constitution as and when they so wish. And we are therefore stating a protest, Your Honor. Under Article 3 of the Constitution, it provides that everybody has a right to defend and protect the Constitution from violation. We are not proceeding with this proceeding, and we are not intimidating the court. It's our protest against the police officers. It is not a protest against the court. It's a protest against the police officers, against the state. And we do not want to disrespect the court, Your Honor. We therefore wish that you permit us just to live so that we can demonstrate to the world that in this country, there are some individuals who are not ready to abide by the law, despite the fact that they swore to defend the Constitution. Is this how they are defending it? And could we perhaps be wrong that we're expecting people to defend the Constitution, yet they might not have read the same Constitution? If they have read this Constitution, they must understand that access to justice is a right, that the court is the only persons who can bar that access in camera. Number 3, Your Honor, we will be ready to hold unto a protest if the commander in charge, the commandant of the police in Nakuru is summoned before this court to come and explain why the roads have been blocked. So, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed, but we have those two issues. Because I am a Kenyan, these people are Kenyans, we must protect this Constitution. It does not belong to the police. It is our work and our duty to defend this Constitution. So, Your Honor, we so beseech you, because we are not able to proceed in this condition, that you allow us to live. So, as you make your ruling, we have those 3 requests. The first request, Your Honor, is that you order the opening of the gates, the members of the public. Number 2, that, Your Honor, you allow us to stage a protest under Article 3 of the Constitution. Number 3, Your Honor, that you summon the police commandant in charge of that operation to come and explain why the gates have been locked. Thank you, Your Honor. And I don't think the DPP has any response, unless it's the one who has instructed them.
There's more submission from our colleagues who in a contract similar challenge.
I totally agree with the submissions of my ruler friends. There is obviously panic in the police force as to the way this proceedings are going. And the panic is mainly here to instill fear. And also to deny members of the public the ability and friends of our clients. We hear, as Maina and friends visit, the embarrassing statements that have besieged the police. Allow us not to take part in these proceedings until the issues raised by my friend says someone should be commandant.
We shall heavily protest against the DPP submissions. Unless the DPP is the one who has confirmed this, we highly protest because this is an administrative issue. Unless the DPP submits and say that they should not access and that they are under his instructions, then we can have him take the bite of the cherry.
Okay, let's hear what he has to say.
The defense is raising legitimate issues, but it appears that they are very angry. And then somebody sometimes interfere with the logic. What the need is directions regarding the number of people who can be accommodated in this court. As we are aware, yesterday one prosecution witness collapsed in Kenya because of the conditions. Even myself, God, I have had challenges because of the conditions of yesterday. The court has a capacity, and it's up to this court to give directions on the amount of people that can be accommodated. The defense has admitted, and which is correct, that the accused person needs to have the relatives follow the proceedings, but how do you know the relatives? So requiring identification, even myself, when I was coming to the court, I was asking for identification. I produced the same, and I was allowed to come to court. So let us not create a very big issue out of this. All the accused persons are in court, the media are in court. So the issue of the proceedings being conducted in camera and not arise. The submission on access to just being denied is not true, because the advocates for the accused persons are in court. And another thing, what they are asking you to allow them to protest is not proper, but it's an attempt, to improperly adjourn the trial of today. Yesterday we were in the same situation, and I thought that we came to an agreement. So now we should proceed. And I think it's good also today to come to an amicable agreement on how we are going to proceed, so as to avoid what is the other I can call them sanctions. The court should not be taken in circles and then the ransom. The matter of direction. So now we are going to proceed. No one is being bad from following the proceedings, and from being in this court, if the capacity of the court allows you. In addition, Your Honor, I noted also that one of our witnesses who collapsed yesterday was filmed by the media, and the clips are all over the internet. We also urge the court to make appropriate directions on how the coverage should be done, so that we are trying to benefit of the same. It's good if we protect the beginning witness, the coming point, and then other person for that reason. Having said that, I request the court to just give directions on how we are going to proceed. As yesterday, the institution is ready to proceed. And we have 6 witnesses in court hearing as we have requested. That's all.
If we had a desperate case, such as this one being presented by the prosecution, we would have all the reasons not to participate in the proceedings. So the allegation that it's an attempt to adjourn is misplaced. Number two, access to justice goes hand in hand with the maxim that justice must not just be done, but must be seen to be done. Who is this to see the execution of justice and the delivery of justice when the members of the public have been brought out? Who is this to see? Who is this witness to see that justice has been dispensed, if it is not the members of the public? Number two, the issue of the court capacity is a non-issue. If the court is not having enough capacity, then the judiciary should provide extra mechanisms of ensuring that the people who want to follow these proceedings follows it. They should put tents and perhaps TV sets for people to participate in these proceedings. Mr.
Just before you proceed, Mr. Ondik,
Yes.
Mr. Liru did us good yesterday. Yes? And I want to ask you to do us good today. Yes? I don't think this is an issue. I think this is an issue that we can discuss and resolve and proceed. Yes? We all agree on the direction that we are going to take. I don't want to impose any direction. I want us to get some mutual agreement as to the best way of proceeding. And just before you proceed, Mr. Dick, let me allow you to sit first.
Yes.
Yes, just take a seat. Mr. Prosecutor, were your witnesses allowed to be here? Were they permitted to access the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Without difficulty?
Your Honor.
Yes. Who are these who are outside?
Your Honor, I have no idea.
Yes.
Because as you can see, the court is booked.
Mr. Ndiro.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your suggestion as to the expansion of the premise is well founded, but with the time we have,
Yes, sir.
that may not be possible.
That's correct.
Yes. And we all encountered what happened yesterday.
Yes, sir.
So what I would allow, and what I think would be reasonable, would just be allow such population as would be reasonable.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday's capacity was good.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can we then agree on a certain number of persons to be? But I think we can still have some more.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yes. Let's just have who we feel ought to be here. So that I know this is first, may it be very clear that I do not give any directions as to
That's we are aware, Your Honor.
Yes.
We have not accused the court whatsoever. And the media must know that.
Yes.
That this is not an accusation against the court.
So what we need to do is let us allow as much people as can be accommodated by the court, by the courtroom. I don't know how we are going to have that.
I have a suggestion, Your Honor.
Yes.
I have a suggestion. Number one, I want to my colleague, remember, to withdraw the ones used that is a sideshow.
Yes.
There's no sideshow here.
Yes.
We are mature people and we are very democratic and very patient. The way we sat here yesterday for 12 hours,
Yes.
it shows that we have the temperament and the patience
Yes.
to move this process forward. So there is no sideshow here.
And he began very well. Mr.
Yes.
Njenga,
Now,
that the issue that you are raising was legitimate. I don't know how that
yes,
then came up later.
came about. Your
Yes.
Lordship, so that we are able to compromise.
Yes.
You have a very big party
Yes.
out there. And it will take us just 10 minutes to connect a relay from here to outside. All we need is a screen. And we can arrange for a screen out there. So that our other members who cannot be accommodated here can be allowed that parking area, and we have a big screen where the proceedings will be displayed.
Are we able to do that within the limited
Even
time
if
we
it
have?
doesn't start now,
Yes.
we can proceed by 2 o'clock. We will make sure we have technicians
Yes,
who
that
can be able to do
yes.
that.
Just get me someone from the defense. We can have someone from
Yes.
the prosecution.
Yeah.
I'll task the court admin
Yes.
to make arrangement to that. If that is possible and
Yes.
workable, then it will aid us.
So that we all move forward.
Yes.
What we want, Your Honor, and we want the DPP to communicate that to the police, because it's the only link between us and the police,
Yes.
that we need respect. We don't want our people being humiliated when they are coming to court legitimately to see an adjudication which has been brought by the prosecution.
Yes.
So they can't have their cake and eat it. They have brought a case and they are saying they don't want anybody to come and attend the proceedings. Then people out there can say we are making deals here, which they don't know, and we have no deals we are making. We just want to hear this case.
And I think, yes,
Because, Your Honor,
yes.
there is an attempt to actually, it is a crime against humanity by the police to condemn everybody who comes to this court as a Mungiki member. That's what they are saying. They are calling us Mungiki member.
No.
So we are trying to ask them what is Mungiki?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I like your approach, which is arbitrative.
Yes.
Mr. Omega, please pick a crew. Let him go and speak to the police. We don't want them there. Let them go and protect Kenyans out there who are doing good business. Instead of coming to protect us, and we don't need any protection.
Yes. Let's have a team. Let's have one representative from the defense, one from the prosecution.
I suggest I will send my young man.
Yes. I'll send it to the court admin.
Yes.
We'll only do what is workable. What may not be workable, you'll kindly bear with us.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is an exercise that you can do in 20 minutes time.
Yes. We can adjourn for 20 minutes. We assume after 20 minutes.
Yes. How shall we administrate the issue of the police at the gate?
Yes,
I think part of the deliberation.
Yes,
Let's
start that. Okay, very well. Shall we take 20 minutes break? We arrange that meeting, then we resume in 20 minutes.